Welcome back. 8 years ago, Gateway to Hope was founded, an organization dedicated to guiding uninsured and underinsured women through the breast cancer treatment process. And here from this incredible organization is their executive director, Cindy Frank, and board member, Chantelle Nickson-Clark. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us at STL TV. I mean, the Gateway to Hope is something that if we don't know about it, we need to know about it, right?
Absolutely.
So, Cindy, tell us a little bit about the background of the organization.
Well, 8 years ago, there were two physicians who founded Gateway to Hope, who are Dr. David Kaplan and Dr. Marla Shu. And they were seeing patients who were having breast cancer diagnosis at late stages, and they were unable to access care because they were underinsured or uninsured. And they both talked about this together and decided that this was a problem that they were going to make a difference with, and together they founded Gateway to Hope.
So was their goal in reaching these women before they got to those late stages?
Yes.
Were they finding that because of their insurance issues they weren't seeking treatment early?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened. So they wanted to make sure that we got the word out about Gateway to Hope, and we recruited partners and providers to donate their services, and that's how it started.
That's how it started, and things are changing all the time, as we know, the insurance industry, which we'll talk about. But Chantelle, I want to bring you in and talk about your involvement as a board member, which has some personal roots, right?
Yes. In 2010, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and come to know Gateway to Hope because I was underinsured.
Okay.
I had maxed out on prescriptions, co-payments, doctor visits, hospital stays, and didn't have anywhere else to turn. And what other place was Gateway to Hope there to rescue me at that time?
So you had insurance.
Yes.
But it capped out early in your treatment.
Absolutely. My husband and I were paying about $400 a month. And quite naturally, we would pay for that 4 times over, and not really knowing that our policy would max out. And I just remember sitting in my oncologist's office, and he comes out and he said, Mrs. Nickson-Clark, we're unable to treat you today. So I wasn't able to get chemo treatment. And so a young lady there referred me to Gateway to Hope. And when we walked through those doors, that's when my life changed. I'm just so grateful for Gateway
And look
to
at you
Hope.
today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Cancer-free.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Awesome. All right, so Cindy, Chantelle's story, is this typical? Is this how people are finding Gateway to Hope through physician referrals, or?
They find Gateway to Hope through a lot of different ways. Some are physician referrals, a lot of social workers refer to us, but anyone can make a referral to Gateway to Hope. If you were to call our office at 314-569-1113 or go to our website at gthstl.org, you can make a referral by calling one of our nurses who are there each day to answer the calls, or send an email, and they'll be able to read that and return the call the next day. Friends or family can make referrals, medical providers can make referrals. It's open to anyone, and if there's anyone that thinks that they may need help or could qualify, please call our office.
Yeah, so breast cancer in women today, it seems to me, and I mean, you're sitting here as a young woman, a perfect example, it seems like it's being diagnosed younger and younger. And is it because we're catching it earlier? And how is this affecting your clientele? Your business must be booming, I'm guessing, at Gateway to Hope.
Unfortunately, many people are touched by breast cancer in this day and age, and we are finding that our clientele is very young. You know, it strikes women of all ages. It's not what you used to think, that it was an older women's disease. We've had patients as young as in their early 20s that have had breast cancer, and that's a gap that Gateway to Hope fills. The Missouri Show Me Healthy Women program doesn't treat people that have breast cancer who are younger than 35, so we're able to
fill that need.
That's another gap that we fill for that population.
Yeah. So Chantelle, tell us, give me some specific examples of how Gateway to Hope helped you. Obviously helped your family with the emotional issues you were going through.
As a young mother with a 1.5-year-old child, at that time, you know, not really knowing my future, what my future hold with being diagnosed and unable to be treated at the time. And with Gateway to Hope, they just stepped in with a sense of urgency and counseling, mentoring. It's more than just a regular organization. It is a foundation where everybody there is passionate about what they do.
So you felt cared for,
absolutely,
respected.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. There's not one person in that office that you could not talk to about what it is that you're going through at that time. You know, when you're diagnosed, you're in it by yourself. You really don't know where to go, who to turn to, or what options you have, but they help you with all of that at Gateway to Hope.
And look at you, now you're a board member.
I am.
You're a walking testament to what they've done.
Yeah, what better way, you know,
to give back.
Is to give back.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a quick break because I want to hear more about your stories and Gateway to Hope. There's so many questions, so don't go away. Cindy and Chantelle will be staying with us through the break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back to talk more about Gateway to Hope after this.